Ave, Hilltop, Smitty Brim. I have a Hassan Campbell update. I personally spoke to him. He's just chilling with his family, man. You know what I'm saying? YouTube can become exhausting. It's a lot of work, but Hassan Campbell is chilling with his family, and he's doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to fall back because we do give these social networks a little bit more attention than we give our family. So Hassan Campbell is okay. He's alive. He's well, and he's free. He's not cased up. Somebody asked me a question yesterday in my live last night about African Bambaataa and the lawsuit. All right, let me tell you for what I know about the industry sometimes. All right, there's a guy that Busta Rhymes allegedly popped on in Albany at a concert. SUNY Albany was a concert. Busta Rhymes put hands and feet on son. Duke sued Busta Rhymes. How I know about the case is the lawyer for the case was my cousin. So when Busta Rhymes actually lost the case or settled, um, Busta Rhymes had no assets. So the guy who was suing Busta Rhymes for 50 or 60,000, he didn't get a dime out of Busta because on record, Busta Rhymes does not have no assets. So do you all really believe that African Bambaataa will have any assets on record? No, not at all. Knowing that you've done the dirt and the deed, the dirt that he's done. Like I just told you, Busta Rhymes got sued. And the guy who sued him has gotten nothing from Busta Rhymes because according to physical files and records, Busta Rhymes does not have no assets or no money. And the guy sued him for like 50,000 for beating on him in Albany, New York. Y'all can Google that. The lawsuit, Busta Rhymes lost the lawsuit, and he did not pay because on record, Busta Rhymes does not have no assets. Now let's get back to the get down. So a lot of people don't know. Shout out to my cousin, Passion Heart, hype relations management, for any booking agencies, anybody want to be booked, any artists. He was on the last Bad Boy reunion tour with Black Rob and my man D. You know what I'm saying? D. Jefferson Project, D. Edie. Um, so we're just getting to the get down right there. Second of all, Frito-Lay today, Mikey T. Mikey T, stop it. You're online floating around. Like you did this, you did that. We're watching the camera. We're watching the physical abuse you took from those two good Muslim brothers. Mikey T, cloud chase is one hell of a drug. Leave the cloud chasing alone. It's going to get you killed. It's going to get other guys killed. You did that to have 1,000 people in your chat. It's embarrassing. OBH, you're not down with nobody. You're down with yourself. I didn't see OBH come back and take shots at King Erna, and they didn't take shots at Lick Moss, allegedly, the guys who put hands and feet on you. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop glorifying the stupid shit, the sucker shit, and the suckers. You know what I'm saying? But Hassan Campbell is not locked up. He didn't get locked up. He's with his family. Something that might be in full amazement to a bunch of you guys, because a lot of you guys wish the downfall on many people. So when you're sitting and go, Hassan Campbell, how dare you hang out with your family and not entertain us for the week? You hear me? Why? How dare you? You feel what I'm saying? Um, and in high respect, right? We have to understand that what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a time when the game is weird, the game is dirty, the game has changed. Let's not be Ricky Ricardo. Let's not become the victims of the circumstance. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it funky. This is just an update for Hassan Campbell. He is not in jail. He's actually doing something offline, which is called family time. You have a family, at some point in time, you have to deal with your family in the real world and not the family in the viral world. You know what I'm saying? So I just gave you some information. I can't say that Ben Butter has assets, but I know from experience from my cousin who was a lawyer for a person who had sued Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes had no assets on records and the guy didn't get a dollar. So whoever wants to sue Bambaataa, whatever the case may be, Bambaataa's probably not that foolish because he's a little older than Busta Rhymes and he has no assets in his name. That's why when you say, where does Bambaataa live in the Bronx? They either say Parkchester or Bronx for the projects. That's just it, man. That's it. And feed the wolves. Shout out to White Southern Bell. Shout out to West Side St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Mikey T, you played yourself. Played yourself, bro. And the worst part about what you did is y'all gonna inspire a bunch of young YouTubers to jump all the way out the window to get their hearts crushed or their heads bashed in because they think this is the way to keep it real. Keep it real was never to go on an op block and just take pictures because things happen to you on op blocks. This is this internet stuff. That's not the real world. New York City had over 30 shootings. You know what that means? It's dangerous in New York City. NYC is dangerous. Exactly. Steak and cheese. You heard? You heard? They steak and cheese them. You know what I'm saying? For what? They get 500 people in your chat. It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. It's addictive. And he has some dirty tight jeans on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely was cloud chasing. If you wanted somebody to donate some money, put together some good content. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a dope fiend when he got it. I'm like, oh God, they done beat a fiend up, bro. Yeah, what's poppin'? Yeah, what's poppin'? Like a dope fiend, bro. Like, oh shit. You can talk crazy. These dudes be fiends, man. These dudes be fiends. They little ones and twos come off this YouTube. They might buy a shirt or a hat, but and a couple of good garments. But these dudes is fiends, man. Dudes is fiends, man. You seen that? He looked like a dope fiend they beat up on. He took it as a badge of honor that they whipped him out. Allegedly. That's crazy, me. Now, Hassan is chilling, man. He in the house with the family. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. K2 head, Myrtle Avenue, 125th, Lex. You know what I'm saying? So talk to destinations. You know what I'm saying? The artwork, bang. I'm an artiste. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the PT Posse. Shout out to Hilltop Music Group. Shout out to HDS Wash Mall. Shout out to LBC 107 from all that Gold Rush Mall. LB fam. I'm talking about as in the Lincoln Project family, FTW, FEB. Come on, we here. Stingray, Flow Boys. You heard? You heard? Hector Marquez and Perez. You know what I'm saying? Playing with you, man. We playing like type of game, freaky deakies and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole West Side, man. Even though, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the whole West. Group Home Posse, everybody. 40 Wolves, the 40 Wolves, the original Wolves. Shout out to the Wolves on the West, on the Lower East Side, the Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Nick, what do you call him? Nick, whatever, the Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Wolves on the Lower East Side. You know what I'm saying? The Ave. You heard? Everything from Stewart Park, the Guardia Projects, Rutland, the Ave Rios, Compos. Yeah. LES, man. Washington Irving was popping. For those that don't know, these are downtown schools, Lower East Side. Lower East Side was crazy. Shout out to Lennox Avenue. Shout them out, man. The whole Lennox. From 15th, bang, bang down. Whew. Don't take 7th Ave, take 8th Avenue. The location, 132. Yo, the rest of the crew, Whip, Big Gangster Rich. And don't forget to mag the extra clip because the posse's about to flip. Big Lou. Kick that gangster. I'm dealing with gangsters. You'll deal me in. I'm Gangster Lou and yo, I play to win. Yeah. It's a part of my job. Quiet and kept. Oh man, shout out to Foster, man. 12th Street, 15th Street, you heard? Two different sides, man. Shout out to my man Blown Crud, you heard? Shout out to Nate Crud, Blown Crud, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kev Frost. The whole Frost family. The whole Frost family. Harlem still got his harmony, man. We still hear Harlem. Kev Frost. Lou Sims and them. You know what I'm saying? NFL. You know what I'm saying? Best out. You heard? Shout out Kev Frost. I remember he had the white MPV. I remember he had the MPV and all that. Gangsters. We talking about gangsters that stood by the code. Let's shout them out. Shout out to Tone Lopez. Rest in peace, Tone Lopez. Rest in peace. Yo, the BX is doing drive-bys on mopeds and Queens. Shout out to Corona Queens. That we had 30 shootings in New York last weekend. 10 came off of one block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shout out to Corona. Royal Flush, what the hell's going on out there, man? Shout out to Royal Flush, man. What the hell's going on in Corona Queens, Flush? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's a war outside. Shout out to Iraq, Left Rack City, Rollpack Wildin', Skinny, Disco Baller, Skinny Jean Wars, Summer Jean, the Ghost of Alpo, sightings. It's too much going on this summer in NYC. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Too much. It's too much. Boom. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's somebody selling the piraguas. The piragua man is outside on 98th. Rest in peace, EJ. Rest in peace, EJ. He jumped up. You know what I'm saying? They're bringing that cloth back. If he wasn't in the lobbies, don't talk about that lobby shit. We gonna respect it, but we're gonna show real lobbies compared to your rapping lobbies. You understand what I'm saying? But it's okay. Rest in peace, EJ. Bring the cloth back. New York been the same still crushed the buildings, caught feelings. More cash, more feelings. When criticize the hook on the song, best style, but no. Why would I be living backwards for? You gotta live forward, bro. You have a plan in life. The plan in life is to go forward. The people hate to hear the truth. So when you hear the truth, you get upset. Can't move backwards, bro. Gotta go forward. Moving backwards is me having a whole bunch of crack on somebody's block. Nah, I I like what you just said, Kids God. I talk about the past so people can learn from the past from a negative aspect. And then somebody can go, you know what? Maybe I don't want to waste no time in my life. A young boy. I don't want to be like him that dedicated all these years to crime. Listen, I just told my son-in-law. I just told my son-in-law, I wish I would have just had a job. Now I have to retire when I'm 70, when I could have retired now trying to be Zeke Black. I wasn't in the winners. I wasn't one of the winners from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now I got to work hard till I'm 70 until I retire. My boy, I told wife for this. I said, now my man, shout out to my man Cubby, rest in peace, Randy from Washington, not Randy from First Washington, Randy Walker, you were. But Randy was on the block with us. He was getting money. Actually, Randy was getting work from Poe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Randy was getting work from Poe on some G shit. Not Poe, but his brother Cubby, allegedly. They was getting work from Poe. That's what they was getting from Poe. Cubby got caught up, and the cops that caught him up. So it was like, you got two choices: go to jail or do the right thing. Cubby became a cop. He became a cop, and he retired as a detective. I'm 47. Me and Cubby went to the boys' club together. Cubby's 48 years old. He retired a detective. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I never even knew Cubby was a cop. It's real shit. So we'll talk about real time. Think about that. Yo, Kiss Guards, you are right. We did all the drug selling. Most of us lost in the game. There might have been a 10% winning rate. Most of us lost in the game. For all that, we might as well got a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm trying to get somewhere. For all the years I wasted, I don't regret it, but in reality, right? I might as well just got a job. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I can't still be the real nigga on the block coming through with the Deodoras, the Uptowns, the Delta Forces. I could have still been the flyest nigga with the game hats and all that. I picked the long line. I picked the line of work that didn't work for me. But that's my fault. You know why? Because I allowed myself to stay in the game. When I got caught the first time, I was supposed to leave the game. But no, I wanted to stay in the game. Shout out to Mike Ward. You know what I'm saying? Eastside Mark, you heard? Castle Hill, East Harlem, Washington, UFO Fever, and all that. I chose to stay in the game, and the game has brought me to what? Start all over again. I might as well just get a job. It's an experience, though. So what we do is you try to enlighten the youth. Yeah, King God, kicks God, that's facts. You're winning. And hopefully you create a business or you retire. What's good, Zoom was popping. And you retire at a young age. You didn't know exactly. Is that your wills? You know what I'm saying? Definitely wills. Wills, that's a fact. Definitely salute to you. Happy you pulled up. We ain't know, bro. We was dumb, deaf. We was then dumb, deaf, and blind, bro. We thought that easy money was the way out, bro. That's what we believed. Fast money was gonna work for us. Now I'm on the right path. I should have been on the right path 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. It's a life experience. I had to go through it. I had to go through it. You understand what I'm saying? To understand the magnitude of what's going on. You feel me? The magnitude, you know what I'm saying? Understand what's really going on in my life. You know, one thing about the streets is the only winners are the big time bosses. Somebody says something to me, right? Take care of what's popping. Somebody says something, you know what I'm saying? Somebody says, Zeke, one thing about them Spanish niggas you grew up around, right? Who's the plug? Nobody. I don't know. You never said the plug's name. Who's the big homie? OG Mac, such and such, such and such. See the difference right there? Definitely, Jazoon. Shout out to Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? Everything Rockaway Boulevard, Marcus Garvey Village, how from Howard to Tilden. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville houses. You know what I'm saying? Cephalo. Shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like, damn, you're right, bro. He goes, how do somebody know who a big homie is, but you niggas that was in the street can't tell you who was El Pluglito? Who's actually the plug? Not the guy who hit you at work. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then shout out to Killer Kato. Shout out to the whole Ville. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the South Bronx, Brook Ave, and all that. You heard? Shout, you know what I'm saying? But everything Johnson, Joseph Brady. You know what I'm saying? Interesting topic we have right now. This is very interesting. Very interesting. You know why it's interesting for? Because I think we glorify the wrong shit. Um, I really want our youth to win. I don't want to tell y'all. I don't want to sound like I'm the intelligent hoodlum. I just want you to win, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a you can come anytime you want. My DM is my my IG is Zeke Black Feed the Wolves. All you gotta do is hit my inbox, and then we set it up, and you can just call it and talk your shit. Talk, talk. What's gonna work for the people, man? Be real, man. The game don't win for everybody, man. We got stuck in the era where gang culture was created, TNT, drug buses, broken homes, um, kids having kids, a bunch of predators, sexual predators. Um, it's a whole bunch of shit going on. So yes, we want to hear what you got to say, bro. We need to hear how you made it out because you might save 5 lives with that. You know what I'm saying? You might save a life, bro. I'm all in. I'm all into saving at least one life. Shout out to Twin Glock. Shout out to the twins, Free Richie. You know what I'm saying? Mike Twin at home was popping Wash Mob. You heard? My man Hakeem and all the recipes. Poodle, JJ Slave from around the way. You heard? Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I gotta go. Hassan Campbell's free. He's doing the family thing. He's loving his family. Definitely. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you, Gina. Thank you for posting that up. Yo, he right. King God one, Kicks God one says, I respect you on your platform, but I want to say the square life has its challenges because all that come from the hood. Exactly. But that's where the structure comes at, and you have to be willing to humble yourself and sometimes be submissive. And sometimes meet a female that's not like the average female you mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like me, my wife from St. Louis. So even though she might have been outside, her mannerisms is different from mine. I'm dealing with the average chick I mess with. So definitely Hard Rock was popping. Shout out to the whole Killer Cali, you heard? Everything on the west side, you know what I'm saying? So I learned something different. Let's stop dealing with the same people or the same type of relationships. We can't remove one toxic person to go to another toxic person, you know what I'm saying? But I got to spend some time. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole day off. I appreciate y'all. Um, if y'all want, y'all can talk in the chat to each other. You know what I'm saying? If you want, I can keep the live on and y'all can just kick the Woody Bubble. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? But I got to spend time with wife. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Never give up the plug. You what? Shout out to Smitty Brim, Hassan Campbell. It's doing the family thing, which is unusual for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? He'll be back though. He's back. He's not kissed up. He's not going to court. But I would think exactly. But I would think that the reason why he's not going to sue African Bambaataa for because maybe African Bambaataa don't have no assets to sue for. A lot of times that be the case. Like I told you, Busta Rhymes, who's not accused of nothing, somebody from Albany, SUNY Albany, you can Google this. He sued Busta Rhymes for putting hands and feet on him. And when Busta Rhymes lost the case, Busta Rhymes had no assets. How do I know? Because my cousin was the victim's lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin. I'm gonna say his name. He has his own law office in Manhattan with his partner, and he's African American, and he's from the projects. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? That being said, peace, Aviva Doce, Hector, Marquez, Perez, and Frito-Lay of the day, Mikey T. Should have ran, fool.